Peace, y'all. How you doing? This is Dr. Samori Swygert signing in. I want to talk briefly with y'all today about a very, very, very serious, crucial, very important invention that is about to turn up the number of police-involved shootings over the next couple of years. You're going to see a lot of police-involved shootings if this invention hits the market. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this concealed pistol. It's an invention by a Minnesota entrepreneur called Kirk. His name is Kirk Kjellberg, and what it is it's a handgun that resembles a cell phone, a smartphone, and it has two barrels that fire .380 caliber bullets. Now, the issue with that, when you look at the police and citizen dynamic nowadays, the climate, very tense, very volatile, very precarious, can blow at any moment. We see when this stuff happens, we see the riots that break out, and I see no good coming of this. What's going to happen is this. As citizens, we've been told, do not engage police. If you see an officer performing a search, performing an arrest, or whatever the case may be, don't get physically involved. If you can, just record the incident, and you can upload it to Facebook, to YouTube. You can submit the video to different policy think tanks and resources. You can submit it to the news, and you can save it for evidence in a court of law, to plead the case, or whatever the case may be with your video footage, right? Good, all well done. They even using body cameras, X, Y, and Z. So now, what this does right here, this is going to, if they allow this gun to hit the market, this is going to remove that whole freedom of the citizen to record footage. And I'm not saying that it's going to be illegal to record footage, but what's going to happen is this creates the convenient explanation, excuse, and justification of shooting anybody that decides to record video when police are doing something illegal, or just, not even illegal, but, just doing their job. So let me pitch a scenario at you. Okay. You're walking down the street. You happen to see police being a little abrasive, a little rough, with a guy or a girl. It looks like harassment. You think that it should be documented. You whip out your phone, you start recording. One of the officers points at, alerts the other officer, like, hey, see that guy right there, check him out. He comes up to you, what are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm just filming. What business do you have here? We don't need you recording anything. X, Y, and Z, get on. Okay, that's fine. That's scenario A. But scenario B, that was scenario A before the invention of the gun phone. Scenario B, post marketing of the gun phone. You're walking down the street. You see police searching and investigating some people on the corner. You say, hey, you know what? Let me whip out my cell phone and record this just to make sure that this person isn't being a victim of police brutality and harassment. You whip out your cell phone. You see the officer point at the other officer to check you out. The officer reaches for his pistol, his issued Glock, tells you drop it. You hesitate a second because you're trying to understand why is he pulling his gun out at you. You're like, I'm just and he fires 2 shots at you. Why? Because of the fact that he's not sure if you're trying to shoot them. He's not sure if he is possibly under attack by a person with a handgun that resembles a smartphone. That is going to be the convenient excuse, the convenient justification, the convenient explanation that will be used, and officers will get off because I'm not even a lawyer. And I can easily see that being abused right there. You look at it, people, I'm like, as a person that has a smartphone, we know how much they cost, $200 or more. You save so much valuable information on there, photos, just everything. And just imagine you have it out and somebody says, drop your phone. You're, you know that the phone is not more valuable than your life. But you're going to hesitate for probably like a second or two because you're like, oh man, I'm drop it and break it. Like, should I drop it or you want me to set it down? Those 2 seconds that you're trying to think about the best way to part ways with your phone to be compliant will get you a full clip loaded in you because they think that this is a handgun. This is going to be very dangerous, extremely dangerous. I don't think that this gun actually needs to be on the market, personally speaking. This is going to turn up the interaction between citizens and law enforcement officers. And it's basically the nail in the coffin of a lot of individuals, and it's going to remove that one last hint of protection between citizens and police officers, because as it stands now, we really can't really even get involved with the police if they're being rough or abrasive or abusive or harassing citizens without them pulling out on us, trying to say, hey, look, you're being a little rough right there. Let me record you just so, without being too involved, at least I have it documented. Now it's kind of like, you try and document it. You will be glockumented. That's what you will be glockumented because they think that this is a gun. So, this is just my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts. The article I read was on Bloomberg News, and it's also, they had another article about it in the Guardian newspaper. So check it out. It's by a Minnesota-based entrepreneur named Kirk Kjellberg, spelled Kjellberg. I think technology is a good thing, but technology is a double-edged sword when we don't know how to really, how can I say, just control it. Once technology is Pandora's box, and once open, is no telling what the hell happens. So with that being said, I'm out. Hit me on Twitter at DocSwag06, DOCSWAGG06. And I'm out. 3HM. Peace.